Good morning, class 10. So, today we will start page number 147 of your NCERT. Please open page 147, and today we will discuss these questions, and we will have little introduction of evolution, as CBSE has deleted this portion for board examination, but we will be having little discussion in case you get any questions, so you will be able to answer. Now let's start with question number 1. How do Mendel experiments show that traits may be dominant or recessive? Just remember the law of dominance of Mendel, where he took the tall variety and he crossed the tall variety with the dwarf, okay, and in F1 he got all plants tall because tallness was dominant over dwarfness. So this is how Mendel experiments show that trait may be dominant or recessive. Now see question number 2. How do Mendel's experiments show that traits are inherited independently? So you have to just take law of independent assortment, according to which the traits like Mendel took pea plants with two contrasting characters, that is green round and yellow wrinkled. I hope you remember the cross which we discussed in last video. Now when F1 this is round green cross with wrinkled yellow, and in F1 Mendel got all the seeds round and yellow. Thus it proved that yellow color was dominant over green and shape round was dominant over wrinkled, because this small r was representing wrinkled and this capital Y yellow. This side round, that's why we have written in capital letter, and this is green. So you see in F1 all were round and yellow, so it proved that round and the yellow color are dominant over wrinkled and green color. Mendel then allowed the F1 progeny to be selfed. Let us see the selfing. The F1 progeny R, Y, Y, that is round yellow, they were selfed, that means self pollination, and in F2 progeny he found that seeds were round yellow, round green, round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow, and some were green wrinkled, and he got this in ratio of 9:3:3:1. 9 were round yellow, maximum were round yellow. Next one were round green. Then next one were wrinkled yellow, wrinkled yellow, and the least number was of green wrinkled, which was pure recessive factor. So this is how Mendel got his result in ratio 9:3:3:1. So in F2, all the four characters were assorted out. You see, these were the parental combination, but these two were new combination. So they assorted out independent of the other. He said that a pair of alternating or contrasting characters behaves independently of the other pair. That is, seed color is independent of seed shape or seed coat. This is known as law of independent assortment. So this is answer number 2, where Mendel experiment showed that traits are inherited independently. That means you have to write about the third law of Mendel, law of inheritance, that is law of independent assortment. So you have to show the cross of F2 by selfing. Okay, that we have done previously also. Let's move on to next question. Question number 3. A man with blood group A marries to a woman with blood group O, and their daughter has blood group O. Is this information enough to tell you which of the trait blood group A or O is dominant? Why or why not? Let me tell you, children, this information is insufficient. Reason, the information is incomplete when we are told to have A and O blood group like that. If suppose in first case, if A is dominant, if we assume that suppose the blood group A is dominant, then father may have alleles like this. Children, this capital I is representing the gene blood group, and this A is representing blood group A. Okay, for blood group we use this letter I. Okay, and if a person is IA, because we write all the characters in pair, so IA representing blood group A. If suppose the father is with this combination, because O is recessive, then in this case also the person's blood group is A. Okay, if you want, you can note down the alleles of blood group A. IA is also blood group A. IAIO, O is a recessive blood group, so this is also going to be A blood group. Okay, and if we say that mother is with blood group O, that means she must be having this allele combination. Okay, now here there is a chance of 50% the progeny will have blood group A and 50% of the progeny will have blood group O. When father's blood group is IAIO and mother is IOIO, let me show you the cross. If suppose this is the cross, we make cross like this and we write father alleles like this. I am taking father allele combination like this right now, and mother is obviously, as she is blood group O, so for blood group O, this is the only way of writing alleles. Okay, so let us multiply. IO multiplied by IA, it will give IAIO. So children, the blood group will be A only, because O is recessive. In presence of capital A, which blood group will appear? A only. Now here IO, so the child blood group will be O only. Here IAIO, then the child blood group will be A, because in presence of O, A will only dominant. Then IOIO, so you see 50% children will be with blood group A and 50% children will be with blood group O. So this is the first case. Okay, now in case second, let us assume that O is dominant, because they have told that which one is dominant. We don't know which one is dominant. Fact is that in presence of A, O is never expressed. So this information is incomplete in the question. Now let us see second case for this question number third. In case, this is second case, if O is dominant, then in this case we see that the child may have blood group O. Since in both the assumption the child can have blood group O, so we cannot infer which trait is dominant. So here also if we take IO and IAIO for the parents, then again we will have 50%. I think you all can do it. IAIO or IOIO, this side IAIO and IOIO. So here again we will get 50% the O blood group and 50% A blood group. So this question is overall we can say this question has insufficient information, and both the cases you can write. Okay. Now question number 4. How is the sex of the child determined in human beings? We know that the sex of the child is determined with the help of